And welcome everyone. This is Denise Keniston, and so glad that you showed up for this free webinar on how to use Facebook Live video for your business. I can't say enough about how enthusiastic I am about Facebook Live and any kind of live broadcast on the internet, and how businesses can use this to promote your business, to promote your brand, to invigorate and liven up, if you will, your business and show people the best of what's going on and really lend some excitement, the excitement that really is happening in your business that sometimes gets lost in the day-to-day operations. We're using Facebook Live here at Web for Retail, the company that I own. We suggest that our clients use it. So it's really something that we've been using most of 2016. We've ironed out the bugs for ourselves. And for 2017, I really do see this as being the future. I'm super, super enthusiastic about any kind of live broadcasting on the internet, and I, in particular, like Facebook Live video for your business. So what we'll do is we'll get started here, and again, welcome to you, and thanks to Nationwide for allowing us to be a partner and allowing us to share this information with their members. I am the CEO of a company called Web for Retail. We're an internet marketing agency, and we work primarily within the furniture, bedding, appliance, and interior design industries. Our goal is very simple: to develop and maintain effective online marketing platforms for our clients and provide them with superior service while doing so. Just so you know, I had an agency prior to this. I started it in 2000, ramped it up, and then I sold it in 2007. Took a couple of years off, spent it with my daughter. Then she managed to get into high school, and I found that she wanted to be with her friends more than she wanted to be with me, so I started another company, and that was Web for Retail. And Web for Retail is now 7 years old and going strong. A little bit about me, and I really don't talk about my television news anchoring career a whole lot, but I will talk about it today because I think it applies to this Facebook Live in particular. I started in small markets, and I did make it big. I'm an award-winning network news anchor. I started, like I said, in small markets. I ended up working in Seattle and Washington, D.C. I won awards for live broadcasting mostly, and it was kind of my claim to fame. If there was a big breaking news story and you had to roll out and do something on the spot late in the day, if you had 10 minutes, you know, the live truck is is getting ready, and you have 10 minutes to, to put a big story together and just talk off the cuff. That was really what I was known for, is just being able to do that. Collect your thoughts, get out there, do a live broadcast, and ultimately that's what happened. I caught a big story in a small market that I was working on, and our affiliate ABC at the time wanted live shots, and I provided those. Did those all over the country, and then the network picked that up, and pretty much after that it was history. I worked for a long time at King Television out in Seattle, and then I did a pretty good stint in Washington, D.C., which was educational in and of itself, politics, presidential politics. But that is my story. I did start small, made it big, didn't go to a fancy college. I just worked my butt off and caught a big story and ran with that, and that's sort of how that whole thing played out. I was a network news anchor, worked in different markets, and I did that for 15 years, and then I left. One of the things that I learned about myself is that I really wanted to do my own thing. I had learned through my television career, I'd learned a lot about video. I'd learned how to write. I'd learned how to be a producer. Ultimately, I learned how to syndicate a television show that I produced and created, and it was called Treasure Hunt. The BBC ended up doing a knockoff of my idea called Bargain Hunt, and HGTV, back in those days when I was producing this television program, approached me and wanted to buy the rights that I had, copyrights to Treasure Hunt. I told them no, and ultimately I'm glad that I did that. You can still find Treasure Hunt on the internet, and if anyone's interested in seeing some of those broadcasts and how we did that, it was great fun, a lot of work, a ton of work, and a lot of fun. I learned a lot about being a syndicator. It was syndicated, and still is, over in Europe, and was picked up by Fox here stateside. So I think I pretty much have the chops to be talking about being able to do anything live and anything that has to do with a camera, a video camera. I have the chops, I think, to be talking about that. So I just kind of wanted to let you know that I walked the walk on that one. So what is Facebook Live? Live videos are real-time video posts on Facebook. You will see these live videos from public figures that you follow and your friends. They'll also appear in your news feed, and when you're watching a live video or a video that was live, you can also follow them or subscribe to them, and then you'll get notified next time that Facebook account starts a live broadcast. Now, for the people that are watching this, I sent an email, I think it was 2 days ago, because there are 3 things that you're going to need to be able to broadcast live from your business's Facebook page. And of course, we're doing this for your business. Number 1, you must be an admin of your Facebook business page. Number 2, you must have the Facebook app on your phone. And number 3, you must be using a smartphone, i.e. the iPhone with updated software. In that same email that I sent out, I encouraged everyone to bring their iPhone, have it in your hot hands while we're going through this broadcast, this free webinar, so that you can follow along. So those are the 3 things that I told you that you would need to be able to do this. And get your phone out, because I'm going to show you exactly how to do this right now. Okay, I want you to get into your Facebook app, and I want you to get into your timeline. You will see in your timeline in the upper left a live button. Do not click that live button. That is so that you can broadcast live from your personal Facebook page. We're not doing this from your personal Facebook profile. I'll call it a profile, not a page necessarily. What we want you to do is to go down here in the bottom right, and this will allow you to access your business page. Now remember, just a couple minutes ago I said I wanted you to be an admin on your own business page. If you have successfully done that, you will see this, this next page will appear, and you will be able to find your business. I can find Web for Retail because I'm an admin, and I want you to select your business. When you do that, you will see your page pop up, like my page, Web for Retail, popped up. Here's our cover photo, and I want you to press the Publish button. Okay, I can already sense that people might be fumbling around with their phones, so we're going to start back at the beginning. Live down here to access your business page. Find your business, Web for Retail, select your business, and then I want you to push or press the Publish button, and that will take you to this next page. All right, it's going to ask you, what do you want to do? Okay, do you want to do a photo or video, live video check-in, or how are you feeling? Press the live video button. Don't freak out. This doesn't mean that you're actually going live. You're just telling Facebook what you want to do. This is the, the interface where you'll be able to actually do your live. So I want to point this out to you. This is a toggle, and it's going to become very important, because ultimately when you toggle, you can turn the phone camera on yourself, where you'll be able to talk, or you can toggle the camera away from you so you're pointing it at things. Here you can describe your video, and that's where people hit a brick wall. They're like, oh my gosh, how do I describe this? Well, let me say this. So if you're doing a Black Friday sale, you can just put in Black Friday sale from Keniston's Appliances, featuring door busters by Whirlpool, Electrolux, so on and so forth. And that's just a couple of thoughts. And then when you decide what you're going to do, when you press the Go Live button, you will then be going live, like I was going live right here. Now this is Lee Donahue and myself, Lee Donahue from Electrolux. We were broadcasting live from the nationwide conference. I think it was in August in Nashville. Now, I am the presenter of all of my own broadcasts, which makes sense, of course, because that's what I've done in the past. I encourage you, as the owner of your business, to also be the presenter of your live broadcasts. And the reason I suggest that you do this is that nobody really has a passion for your business the way you do. You can hire people. They'll work well for you. It will be awesome. You'll have great employees. But nobody ever loves your business or takes your business as seriously as you do, and nobody knows it inside or out. So I encourage you to be the presenter of your own broadcast. Hopefully you can see up here, I'm doing this on my phone, okay? And this was a snapshot taken as people were watching us do the live broadcast. So these are eyes looking from the outside in, okay? Now I'm going to show you what the actual broadcast looked like on Facebook. All right, and here we are, Lee and I.
All right, everyone, I've wandered over to the awesome Electrolux area, I guess you'd call it. The most awesome Electrolux area. And I'm with Lee Donahue, who actually just gave away $3,000, but we'll talk about that later. Lee knows everything about Electrolux laundry products. And I would have never thought, Lee, that laundry products are really all that big a deal, but people are really into their laundry products. Huge deal. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with Electrolux and the laundry.
Okay, so mind you, I'm just shooting this on my phone, so it is a little bit shaky. Not a problem when you're doing this live. I think it's anticipated. But I do have, Lee and I, what is called in frame. Both of us are in frame, okay? We're not totally in frame because the scale of the phone is not as if you were using a camera per se, but you can see that you can see her and you can see me.
Okay, so our new Electrolux laundry line that we launched earlier this year in Q1 of what year are we in? 2016 has been winning the highest accolades across the industry. The first place that we debuted it was at the Kitchen and Bath Show in January. It won Best of Show, which means best of every fixture, every company, every manufacturer, every design element, out of everything that was at Kitchen and Bath, the Electrolux laundry was best in show. It continues to win best in industry ratings from Review.com, from CNET, from Digital Trends, because what we have done here is we have brought to market the best cleaning washing machine in the industry. And what's the name of it? It is the Electrolux Lux Care laundry line, featuring the Smart Boost technology. Are you comfortable?
Okay, so almost 1,200 people were reached. The day that we did this, we had 101 people were live with us. This went on. I followed Lee around. We did a walk and talk. She was awesome, very comfortable on camera, super easy to work with. So let's get back. This is what it looked like from the outside, but what I just showed you is what we were actually broadcasting. So just make a note. We're pretty close. I'm just arm's length, okay? And I even sometimes bring it closer. I'll bend my elbow and bring it a little bit closer. So, and it's really interesting. People get intimidated when they see a big camera. They're not intimidated from the phone. I don't know what it is. Almost everyone that I've interviewed doing these live shots, they just aren't intimidated by the phone. Most people are just very, very relaxed. Now you can see yourself, like you'll be able to see yourself in the phone. Lee could see herself talking. I can see myself talking. So it's just kind of an interesting feature. All right, it's true that I've done this for a very long time, and even though I don't write scripts out per se to do this, I do have a plan going into this in my head. Now, I'm going to tell you how this works best. Any kind of live broadcasting, and that's really what we're doing here, is best done when you're, as it's focusing on an event. Events lend themselves, like the nationwide conference, there's it's interesting. There's a feeling of excitement. There's energy. There's stuff to look at. People are hyped up. So, you know, you could hear the people talking in the background. It makes itself a lot more interesting. It is very difficult to captivate people's attention when you are just standing there and you're not in an event. Most of us aren't stand-up comics or movie stars. So you really have to have a platform, something around you that makes it interesting. It helps you be more interesting. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want everything that you're doing, actually, to be interesting. That's what the internet is about. Everything that you're doing, you want to have it be interesting. So do these live shots when you're at some kind of an event. Even a big Black Friday sale would work on this one. Write out a script for yourself. Like I said, I don't have to do that anymore, but a script might be something like, hey everyone, my name is Denise Keniston and we're broadcasting live from Keniston's Appliance, where today it is Black Friday and we've had these great doorbusters and people have just been swarming into the store. One of our big doorbusters is the Whirlpool washing machine. And here's Mrs. Johnson to talk about, she just bought one of our doorbusters, and it was 75% off. And Mrs. Johnson, had you been looking for a washing machine for a while and then you just came out on Black Friday, and then remember, you're framing her up, right, and you're broadcasting live, and give her the opportunity or him the opportunity to speak. The length, people always ask me about the length. You can get away with making these longer if it's interesting. It really helps if you have other people that you're talking to. Like I said, we're not stand-up comics here, so just having the camera be on us is pretty difficult. You want to have some other elements to what's going on. 3-4 minutes max, I would say, and that's if you have a couple of people that you're interviewing, or you can toggle the camera away from you and walk around the store and do some walk and talks of your program, of your sales, and maybe a couple of particular items and the benefits and features. So have some kind of a plan. When you're new, write it down on a piece of paper and then try to follow it as best you can. All right, I'm going to tell you, at its best, this is how Facebook Live can work. Now, we did at the same mega conference, Whirlpool was doing a big giveaway. They were giving away a Jeep Rubicon. And what they did is through a raffle, 10 people got keys. And they did it live, and the person whose key actually opened the door to the Rubicon, they won it. Okay, now mind you too that when you are finished doing your live broadcast, Facebook will automatically ask you if you want it saved and posted to your timeline. I inevitably say yes. We sometimes go in and we will re-edit or take those down and edit them. But you want to make sure that you save this to your timeline, and I'll tell you why. We did this Whirlpool giveaway that I'm going to show you in just a minute. We spent $250 and we bought ads. Facebook ads, and for $250, this video that I'm going to show you got 58,000 views, 123 people were reached, 240 likes, and 37 shares in total. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this video looked like. This is now the taped version of it, the saved version, but this is what it looked like the day that we shot this live.
All right, Tom has got the jar of keys. We're going to go to our first poll from Mr. Gary in Appleton, Wisconsin, Van Vries. You're picking one key out of there. And Tom, let's go one at a time. Do we want to go one at a time? Or do we want to pull over? We're giving them all a key. All right.
Okay, so this is Tom Art from Whirlpool. Tom gives all the keys away, and we'll fast forward through this just in the interest of time. And here's the first gentleman. His key.
Good luck. Good luck in the spring. All righty. Next up, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us who you're representing, and we'll get on to key number 2.
I'm Black Boggs with the Intact Heating Appliances. We're in Batavia, Ohio.
Beautiful. Batavia, Ohio. Give a round of applause. Go ahead and see if you want. No buttons, please. No buttons, please. We'll give it a turn. Make some noise. Make some noise.
Holy crap, I can't see into that.
Holy moly! What the? Give it up! Give it up!
She's like, my man's going crazy. I'm so excited. It's awesome. Thank you, Whirlpool. So what do you think? We got a winner.
Oh, that's fantastic. Did you see the excitement? And it's just wonderful to hear everybody chanting USA and having that American pride, the whole group. So it's a great event, and we're just thrilled to see someone that's so excited.
Okay, so that was what we recorded, and just proof in numbers. You can see here 58,000 views, 123,000 people were reached. All of these comments, awesome, congratulations, happy for her, awesome, that's a nice Jeep, good luck to everyone, so on and so forth. So those are the kind of results that you can get from your Facebook Live. Now, mind you, you are all probably in your local markets. When we ran the ads, we ran these nationally. And we still only spent $250, which is incredible. So you probably won't get this kind of intense results unless you run your video, run ads against your video over a long period of time. But you will get these kind of results if you do the same thing. So that's a great tip. A lot of people, I don't think, really think about that, but these live videos that you do are also being taped to your timeline, your Facebook timeline. Okay, so when we think about Facebook, we think about it as being a social media networking or social networking giant that it is. The feature in terms of live is really a broadcasting feature. It doesn't really have anything to do with social media. So I want to give you some tips in terms of how to broadcast and make your videos as entertaining and technically as good as possible. So you can't really do anything on camera without being cognizant of lighting. So if you're in your store and your store has a front window and the sun is shining in, you do not want to have someone stand with their back to the light. It's called backlighting. You don't want to do that. Only professionals really know how to do that. Don't do it. It will wash out your video. Ultimately, you want some kind of light source. If you're taking natural light from the front of your store, maybe it's in the back, you want to have light coming in on your subjects. You want to have them lit in some way. You also want to have your video framed. Remember when I was interviewing Lee Donahue and I framed us up? Make sure that whoever you're talking to or whatever you're talking about is in frame. Let's talk about your audio. To this point, we're not going to talk about using APIs for cameras. We're still talking about audio and shooting this off your phone. The audio, all the audio that you've heard for this webinar presentation has been used from my phone. But remember that photo of Lee and I doing the live shot the phone is only an arm's length away. So you have to keep it pretty close to pick up audio. It does a fantastic job for a phone microphone source. Believe me, it's amazing. But still the same, just be cognizant of that. Be aware of that, because there's nothing more hurtful to your videos than if you're trying to watch a video and you really can't hear it. There's ways that you can do this. You can walk and talk, which is my preferred way, but I've done this for a long time. I know it's difficult. Or you can remain stationary, and I would suggest, unless you're natural at this, is that you stay stationary the first couple of times that you do this, and then you'll get more and more comfortable doing walk and talks. So lighting, framing, audio, you're going to walk and talk or you're going to be stationary. Those are some things that you need to be aware of when you're doing your first live shot. Performance tips. You might be a natural. 99% of us are just mere mortals, and where we weren't naturals, we had to practice. You can practice on your iPhone. Go to your camera app where you probably shoot stills, and then there's also a video option. You can toggle it towards yourself, the camera to yourself, and then just record something. I'm not talking about the live feature, I'm just talking about recording. Write out some scripts and then just practice and practice and practice. A lot of people are concerned about how they look on camera. That's true. You want to look your best, do your hair, brush your teeth, wash your face, all of those kinds of things. And, remember, you're doing this for your business, so you want to be as professional, or whatever the personality of your business is should be reflected in you, how you dress, how you come across, because in many respects you're doing this to reach customers, of course, but it's also a way for people to see you, and it's a way for you to brand your business. So come to this as a professional. Don't come with your scrubs on. Come with this as a professional. This is my 2 cents worth on what this is going to be for the future, and truly I see it as just going to crush cable television. And ultimately, I think there's going to be a merging, if you will, also of network television, and everything's going to be going online, or certainly on your phone. But I believe that this will replace TV media buys, because at this point, when you're doing a live shot, what we're talking about here, you can't buy ads, you can't buy distribution on a live shot. If you could, now for example, I'm in the Boston market, and there's 6 million in the Boston market, I could go live, and for X amount of dollars, say $250, I could buy my broadcast signal to everyone in the Boston market. You can't do that now. Right now, when you're doing live, all you can do is your live shot has the potential of going to the people who follow your page. But as soon as we can buy that distribution, and think of it like a TV station, they have signals. The biggest TV stations in Boston, their signal will reach Boston and beyond, and they can potentially reach 6 million viewers. Imagine when Facebook allows you to do that. It's right around the corner, folks, believe me. When you can do that, why bother buying expensive TV commercials? You're going to be able to do your own on Facebook. Why bother go through the TV stations or even the radio stations? Just do it from your Facebook page. Any business that doesn't figure out how to do this, ultimately, I believe, is going to be crushed by their competition. It's the future. I believe in this so much that I'm doing it for my own company, and I'm walking the walk on this, and I've actually carved out research and development monies. We've been doing this all 2016, and I'm having my own company do this. To that end, on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we're broadcasting live from my Denise Keniston Facebook page. We call it Ask Denise, and from 12 noon Eastern to 12:30 Eastern, you can come on and ask me any question that you want. We've been doing this for 3 or 4 weeks now. We have people from the West Coast. We have people everywhere coming on asking questions about digital advertising. It's working better than I could have ever dreamed. and we save the videos after they're live. We save them and then we repost them on our YouTube channel, and that's working for us as well. So if you have any questions, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, noon, 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m., you can catch my live broadcast and ask any kind of questions that you want. So this has gotten so popular, in fact, that on Monday, November 28th, we're going to be rolling out an online course, How to Use Facebook Live for Your Business. It's going to be, I think we're at 4 modules. We're going to be providing you with exact scripts to use, a PDF of how to block out a shot, all kinds of real specifics. So the kind of things that I really didn't have any time to go into today, because we do, of course, run out of time eventually in the webinars because everybody is so busy. This course is, you'll be able to download it, do it at your leisure. You can binge on it, or you can do it a little bit at a time. It'll be totally up to you. But this essentially will show you how to be a Facebook Live star for your business. And like I said, we really roll up our sleeves and give you some nitty-gritties, scripting options, the whole 9 yards that you'll have at your disposal. So that's the basics of what Facebook Live is. I hope I've been able to demonstrate for you how you can use it, why you should use it. To me, it is a total game changer. Any kind of live broadcasting on the internet. And as I've said, we've devoted research and development resources from my own company throughout 2016. I'm a total believer in this. I believe it's the future. I hope that you kind of have picked up on my enthusiasm for this. I just really, really love it. So, folks, if you have any questions, you can catch me on my Facebook page Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. And I thank you so much for joining me for this live webinar.